So this last little module is our wrap-up module. We have a couple tasks left. One is to get our final project onto GitHub, and the other one is our e-portfolio. And so for GitHub, we click on this. GitHub is free. If you do not have an account, you're going to need to get one. I've got a link to the site. And once you get the account, you're going to have to create a little repository and upload your project. And I do have a video that shows you how to do that. And then I also have the steps outlined here. Once you finish that, you'll come into this Dropbox and you're just going to give me a link to the repository site. Okay, and then I will be able to give you the points for doing this. And in upcoming semesters, we use GitHub a lot. So this is just kind of getting your feet wet and to start getting you used to using GitHub. Okay, so that is one of our wrap-up exercises. The other one is for an e-portfolio. So the e-portfolio directions basically allow you to create a portfolio on LinkedIn, WordPress, Wix, Weebly, Google, any site that you would like to use. I do recommend that our students use LinkedIn just because employers look at LinkedIn. And LinkedIn actually integrates really nicely with our certification exams. You can actually post your exam right to LinkedIn. So as far as personal information, your name and email are the only really things that you should put in there. And that's only if whatever site that you have doesn't have any way to contact you. In LinkedIn, you would not need to put your email there because they have a messaging system. Okay, so the other information, you put what you feel comfortable. Okay, and as far as the professional information goes, what I want you to do for this class is link to your GitHub repository. Okay, and anything else that you decide to do is up to you. But you should be able to add a project and do a link to your project. So I did a video on how to update an existing LinkedIn account. And I also did a video on how to create a brand new LinkedIn account. And if you do a brand new one, there's like a section at the top that's an about section. You can certainly put the repository information in there. If you are a person who has a professional LinkedIn account, I do not have a problem if you make a second one for school and use that. That's fine too. Okay. I will quick show you mine. And employers do look at this. I get contacted all the time. So, and a lot of it is based on the certifications that I have posted. So, let me see. So here's mine. And the about section for me is listing experience. Okay, and so this is all about credentials. And then I've got my work experience listed. I've got my education. Then we get into licenses and certifications. And so this is where our certifications are kind of nice because they integrate directly into LinkedIn. In fact, when you receive this certification, you'll get an email and it will have information on how to link your cert to LinkedIn. So, if you click here, you can see all of my certifications. And then you can click and you can actually see the credential. And this is how I get contacted by employers all the time. They are searching for people who have these types of credentials. Okay, so this is nice for students, especially to develop, your networking in our developer community. So I would definitely utilize this. Okay, and then any volunteering you did, and your teaching experience, honors and awards, all of this stuff you can add. And this is like your professional portfolio. Okay, so that's why I recommend LinkedIn. And I like it when students do this too, because I can connect to you guys, and that way I can kind of keep in touch with you and see what you're up to. Also, if you need a recommendation from somebody, you guys can contact me and I can help you out as well. Okay, so that is the ePortfolio assignment. Once you create it, no matter what platform you use, you do need to give me a link in the Dropbox. Okay, and so these two activities are worth 20 points, but you'd be amazed on the grading scale. 20 points at the end of the semester quite often is enough to bump you up from a 3.0 to a 3.5 or from a 3.5 to a 4.0. Does not take a lot of points to get to that next grade. So make sure that you complete these last couple assignments. And if you have any questions or you run into problems, let me know. But you will notice that I don't have them due until the very end of the semester. And that is because I want you to focus on your certification exam. After you get that final project in, um, it's the certification exam that you should focus on. Once that is done, then you can complete these last couple activities. Okay, so questions or problems, let me know. Um, Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your portfolio and connecting with you.